Here are the horoscopes for the week of the 13th to the 19th of May 2024. So this week it's all about Taurus. We have the Sun, Venus, Uranus and Jupiter all in the sign of Taurus. And in our charts we're looking at the 21 to 27 degree placing. So we start the week with the Sun meeting with Uranus at 23 degrees. And we've had Uranus in Taurus for about 5 years now. It's a slow moving, 7 years in each sign. And we've spoken about this many times as liberating and deconditioning the heart. So once we get rid of emotional programming, weight and baggage, we can actually feel light-hearted, liberated and sovereign as a result. Choosing how we feel rather than having programs running making us feel a certain way. At the same time, we're at the end of Mercury retrograde, which has uplifted our perspective. So Mercury is the processing mind and Uranus is the revelatory, visionary mind, and they're an octave apart. So for these two things to be happening on the same day, we're looking at flashes of visionary genius, insights, evidence that we've done our work during the Mercury retrograde and really managed to let go of mental programming and raise our perspective. And now that perspective can be seated in the heart, a higher knowing from the heart brain. So it's a quick and passing energy, starting the week with a lightning bolt, also coming in after a weekend of intense solar flares, which may have, like a thunderstorm, brought something up in a pressure bubble to burst and clear the air. So the Sun meets with Uranus once a year, but this time with so many planets all together in the last 10 degrees of Taurus, feel like we're learning lessons, we're getting the rewards, we're seeing the bigger picture and also the light at the end of the tunnel. So spending the beginning of the week open to receiving insights, inspiration, meditate on mental and emotional liberation and the permission to be your unique self. People talk about fitting in, but we should really look to stand out and be our true essence. Everyone's wired up differently, which is what our astrological charts show us. So permission to be your unique vibration is an energy that really permeates the beginning of the week. But with the mind cleared and the heart retuned, then this is living from that space. Then on the 18th we have Venus meeting Uranus. So that will really help bring that into the heart space. Sense of joy, knowing, trusting our heart rather than overriding it with worry and wrongthink. Very centering feeling. You're the center of your universe, you're creating it with the vibrations of your feelings that go outside of the body and return to you on harmonious frequencies. So this is quantum heart manifestation at its finest by the end of the week, with Venus meeting with Uranus, and we can really put our new skills into practice, creating on the inside, amplifying, sending out and seeing what returns. Because I spoke last week about how we manifest from fear and love. So we've had a workshop over the beginning of this year on how to delete fear, which comes from behavioural patterns, worries that something that happened in the past will happen in the future, and trying to control the external, using the mind to worry about the future rather than staying present and controlling the present from the heart vibration. So a really magnificent week with Uranus, bringing us into the age of Aquarius, meeting with the Sun first, then Venus, helping us create a sanctuary and a haven in the very centre of our being. If you were looking at tarot cards to go with these combinations, then Venus is the Empress and Uranus the Fool. And the Fool is the wise one that's been round before and knows how to travel light, walks with faith and higher guidance. So you can see how a combination of those two archetypes is showing us in pictorial form how we become sovereign beings living from a chosen space of love and creating on a quantum level the world that we want, the life that we want and that we deserve, now that we've broken out of patterns that just create fear, worry and anxiety. Then by the end of the week we have Jupiter meeting with the Sun. And Jupiter is very much our sovereignty, our majesty, our amplification ability, our bigness, our generosity, clearing the way for broad horizons ahead. So it's always a very golden day of the year when Jupiter meets with the Sun. This year it's in Taurus. So by the weekend we're looking at harnessing, embodying and amplifying our highest and most loving vibration. Depending on where these degrees of Taurus are in your chart, that could manifest at work, in relationships, financially, improving health. So it's well worth printing out your chart and learning the house system, as you can see how this will apply to you. As we're all under the same cosmic weather, but it's where we put our attention and our intention during powerful transits that actually makes us able to get much more out of them. If you happen to have any natal planets involved, then you can actually get to study that part of your inner universe as you feel that brought to the centre, gets enlivened as it comes into your awareness, because we're able to learn our chart as our inner universe, different archetypes of ourselves, which we've already lived and felt many times, but just may not have been able to put a name to. So a soul retrieval happens when you learn your chart from this vantage point. All the different tools in your kit. You don't go around just living from your sun sign anymore. So 20 to 27 Taurus, lit up in the skies this week, with especially Uranus, but the Sun, Venus and Jupiter as well. All very positive energies if we're going to put our focus on the things mentioned here, not get distracted, not overthink, and with a playful attitude as well. See what you can manifest. See if you can enjoy raising your consciousness, seeing things differently, breaking free. So a very positive and enjoyable week after a couple of weeks of intense Mercury retrograde and then some solar flares to provide the fireworks show that ended that. And now it's up to us. What do you want to create? Look at where you're coming from, your motivations, what really feels right for you, and give yourself permission to shine. So if you'd like to see what is happening for you, I am available, zoehind7@gmail.com. Come for reading, 1 hour, half an hour, recorded MP3, including tarot, or a specific tarot reading. Can teach you your chart. I've got videos and course notes if you'd like to start studying the intuitive way. And I'm also available for coaching to get rid of any conditions and behaviours and beliefs that have been holding you back. As this year we draw a line on the past, set ourselves free, and step into a future of our own creating. So enjoy the week, play with the energies, stay sentient, centered, and learn how to master your vibration, as it's all about the heart. With 4 planets in Taurus, that's a lot of assistance. So wishing you a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week.